The war had taught Qui-Gon Jinn one lesson above all others: trust the Force first. On Coruscant, in the last hours of night, that warning struck like ice through his chest. It was not a dream. It was not a vision. It was a cry. Thousands of Jedi voices shook through the living Force at once, and behind them stood a shadow he knew too well. Sidious. Qui-Gon ran through the temple, searching for Anakin Skywalker. The council still argued about the Chancellor. Clones still stood guard. Most Jedi believed the Republic would survive until morning. They were already doomed. Qui-Gon felt the truth. The trap had already closed. He found Anakin outside the communications chamber, torn between duty and fear for Padme. Qui-Gon seized his shoulder. "Listen to me. Palpatine is the Sith Lord. Before this night ends, he will turn the army against us." Anakin barely had time to answer. The first screams ripped through the Force. Across the galaxy, clone troopers fired on the Jedi generals they had served for years. Masters vanished like candles in a storm. Order 66 had begun. Shock hit Anakin hard, but Qui-Gon pushed him toward the hangar. If Sidious controls the clones, the Temple is next. They ran as alarms shattered the silence. Blue blaster fire lit sacred halls. Younglings screamed. Jedi rushed into defenses already failing. Anakin stared in horror. This was not war. This was slaughter. At the hangar, Qui-Gon faced him again. "If you go to Palpatine now, he will use your fear and turn you into his weapon." Then a gunship roared over the temple spires. Shock troops poured into the main court. At that same moment, Anakin's comlink flashed with a private signal from the Chancellor. Padme was in danger, and Palpatine was calling him alone. In one moment, Anakin had to choose who he would trust. Qui-Gon reached for him, but the dark side had already made its move. Anakin stared at the comlink as if it were a blade aimed at his heart. Palpatine's voice did not come through yet, but the meaning was clear. The Chancellor knew where to strike. "Padme." Qui-Gon stepped between Anakin and the signal. "This is how he wins," he said. "He takes your love and turns it into fear." Anakin's hands shook. What if he's telling the truth? What if she dies? "She may," Qui-Gon said, firm and calm. "But if you follow Sidious now, you will help create the future you fear." That landed harder than any order from the Council ever had. Around them, the temple burned. Jedi and clones fought across the landing platforms. Sirens screamed through the towers. Every second pushed the galaxy deeper into darkness. Anakin closed his eyes. He reached out through the Force, searching for Padme. He found her alive, frightened, and alone in the apartment district. Not dying. Not yet. The lie cracked. For the first time that night, Palpatine lost his hold. Qui-Gon moved fast. He pulled Anakin toward a stealth transport hidden in the Eastern Bay. "We save who we can. Then we expose the Sith." They lifted off under heavy fire, skimming across Coruscant traffic lanes as clone patrols locked down the capital. Below them, smoke rose from the Temple District. Above them, the Senate Tower glowed like a spear in the dark. As they flew, Qui-Gon told Anakin the truth the Jedi had buried. He spoke of balance, not denial. Love, not possession. Choice, not prophecy. Anakin listened, hearing the guide district. Fires spread near the temple towers. Every channel repeated the same lie. The Jedi had betrayed the Republic. That message struck harder than blaster fire, because it turned fear into obedience. Inside the cockpit, Anakin listened to Obi-Wan's warning again. Sidious had named a new enforcer before the galaxy even knew the old order was dying. Vader was not a man yet. It was a future Palpatine was trying to force on him. "We cannot reach the temple head-on," Qui-Gon said. "Too many troops. Too many eyes." "Then we land below the western platform," Anakin replied. "There's an old service route through the archive levels." Qui-Gon studied him for a moment. This was not the boy from Tatooine. This was the Jedi he had always believed Anakin could become. They dropped into the lower city and slipped through tunnels while the battle raged above them. Deeper in, the Force grew louder. Pain, panic, death. Jedi Knights were making their last stands room by room. Masters were buying seconds so others could escape. The temple was not simply under attack. It was being erased. At the final blast door, Anakin stopped. Through the metal, he could sense younglings hiding in shadows and clones closing fast. His jaw tightened. His lightsaber ignited with a snap. Qui-Gon stepped beside him, calm and ready. "Save who you can," he said. "But remember this night. The Republic is falling with them." Then the door exploded inward, and red blaster fire filled the hall without mercy or any warning. Anakin had reached the temple in time to fight, but now he would see exactly what Order 66 was meant to destroy. Blaster fire tore through the archive hall, but Anakin moved first. His blue blade flashed in tight arcs, cutting bolts from the air and driving the clone line backward. Qui-Gon stepped with him, calm and deadly, turning defense into motion. Together they pushed through smoke, broken stone, and terrified cries. Behind the fallen shelves, a group of younglings huddled beside a wounded librarian. One child looked up at Anakin with the same trust he had once given the Jedi. That look hit him harder than the battle. In another life, this was where Darth Vader would have been born. A clone captain shouted, "For the Republic!" More troops rushed the corridor. Anakin answered with force, not rage. He slammed the front ranks into the walls, ripped rifles from their hands, and carved a path to the children. He was no longer fighting to obey orders. He was fighting to stop a murder. Qui-Gon saw the choice settle inside him. The fear was still there. Padme, the war, the future. But for the first time, Anakin did not let fear choose for him. They led the survivors through a maintenance route toward the lower hangars. Along the way, more Jedi joined them, bruised, shaken, desperate. Some stared at Anakin in disbelief. They had heard the whispers. Palpatine's favorite, the Council's problem, the dangerous one. Yet here he was, shielding younglings with his own body as clone fire chased them through the dark. Then the temple gates exploded. Gunships hammered the upper towers. Shock troopers flooded the main steps. And from the smoke, a hollow projector crackled to life in the hands of a dying clone commander. Palpatine's face appeared above the flames. "Lord Vader," he said, "the Jedi children must not leave that temple." Every survivor heard the name and turned to Anakin. The secret was no longer hidden. Now Anakin had to face what Palpatine wanted him to become, before the whole temple lost faith in him. Obi-Wan walked alone through the empty halls of the Jedi Temple. The war was over, yet something whispered to him through the stones. "Obi-Wan." He froze. "My old Padawan, listen well." Tears filled his eyes. "Master Qui-Gon." The spirit's voice was calm. "Steady. Coruscant hides a vault beneath the Chancellor's tower. Palpatine left secrets there. Secrets Anakin must see, or the dark side will claim him through grief." Obi-Wan moved fast. Hours later, he found Anakin kneeling beside Padme's casket, eyes hollow. "Anakin, come with me." Now, they descended into Palpatine's hidden chamber. Red light pulsed across ancient Sith holocrons. Then Obi-Wan activated a private recording. Palpatine's voice filled the room. "The Tusken Raiders will take the Skywalker woman. Let the boy's anger grow. His mother's death must shape him." Anakin's chest tightened. Another recording played. "Padme Amidala must die in childbirth. The vision I plant in his dreams will bring him to me." Anakin staggered back. His mother, his wife, his nightmares, all of it engineered. "He made me suffer," Anakin whispered. "He made me believe only he could save them." Obi-Wan placed a hand on his shoulder. "He lied, Anakin, about everything." Anakin's eyes burned, not with darkness, but with terrible clarity. "Then I have one more thing to finish," he said quietly. "His apprentice, wherever she hides." Far away, on Dathomir, red lightning split the sky. She was waiting. The Jedi believed they had won. Mace Windu's blade had carved through the Senate chamber, and Chancellor Palpatine lay crumpled against shattered glass. Smoke curled from the broken window. Coruscant burned orange in the distance. But Sidious still breathed. Anakin Skywalker stood frozen at the door. His mechanical hand trembled. His heart pounded with a single name. "Padme." Then the whisper came. "Anakin, help me." The voice was thin, raw, almost human. Sidious lifted one shaking hand. His yellow eyes burned through the smoke. They have taken everything from me, but not from you. Not yet. Anakin stepped forward. Behind him, Windu shouted a warning, but the words faded into a dull roar. She is dying, Anakin. I have seen it. The Jedi cannot save her. Only the dark side can. Sidious coughed, blood on his lips. Come with me. One final path. One last chance. Save her or bury her. Lightning crackled weakly from Sidious's fingertips. Not to kill, but to show. A vision flashed in Anakin's mind. Padme, pale, screaming. A child crying. A grave on Naboo. No, Anakin, breathe. Yes, Sidious hissed. Strike down the Jedi who holds the blade. Stand with me, and I swear on the Force itself, she will live. Mace Windu raised his lightsaber high. Anakin's hand drifted toward his own. The galaxy tilted, and in that single, terrible heartbeat, the Chosen One made his choice. The Senate chamber was silent, except for the rasping breath of Darth Sidious. Anakin Skywalker stood frozen between two destinies. Mace Windu's blade hummed above the fallen Sith. Sidious's twisted hand reached out, promising salvation. Padme's face flickered in Anakin's mind. Pale, dying gone. His fingers brushed the hilt of his lightsaber. Then a whisper, not from Sidious, not from Windu, from somewhere deeper, older. Kinda. Anakin. The voice was warm. Steady. Impossible. My young Padawan, do not listen to him. Anakin's eyes widened. He knew that voice. He had carried it in his heart since he was 9 years old, standing in the rain on Naboo, watching his first master fall. Qui-Gon, he breathed. Through the Force, the spirit of Qui-Gon Jinn pressed close. Anakin could not see him, but he could feel him. Calm, certain, unafraid. He cannot save her, Anakin. He never could. The dark side gives nothing, it only takes. Padme's fate is not written in shadows. It is written in your choice. Sidious sensed the shift. His yellow eyes narrowed. Boy, do not listen to ghosts. She will die screaming, and the Jedi will let her rot. But Anakin was no longer listening. He breathed in, slow, deep. The fear that had ruled him for years began to crack. The visions, the nightmares, the whispers that had haunted him since Tatooine. All of them, Sidious's poison. Trust the Force, Anakin, Qui-Gon said softly. Trust yourself. You were never meant to serve him. You were meant to end him. Anakin's hand left his lightsaber. He turned to Mace Windu. The Jedi Master stared at him, blade still raised, ready to strike. For one long moment, neither moved. Then Anakin spoke. His voice was quiet, steady, changed. Master Windu stepped back. Windu hesitated. Step back, Anakin said again. He's mine. Sidious's smile cracked. For the first time in decades, the Sith Lord felt something cold crawl up his spine. Doubt. Anakin ignited his lightsaber. Blue light filled the chamber. He walked forward, not in rage, not in fear, but in certainty. Each step was heavier than the last. Each step was a chain breaking. You took my mother, Anakin said. You took my brothers in the Jedi Order. You poisoned my dreams. You used my love for Padme like a leash. Sidious's hand twisted. Lightning exploded from his fingers. Full strength now. The wounded act forgotten. Blue-white fire roared across the chamber. Anakin raised his blade. The lightning crashed against it and held. He pushed forward. One step, then another. No more, he growled. The lightning twisted, bending back toward its master. Sidious's eyes widened in shock. He scrambled backward, robe smoking. Impossible. You are the Chosen One. You were meant to rule with me. I was meant to destroy you, Anakin answered. He swung. Sidious summoned his own blade. Crimson, hissing, ancient. Sparks flew as red met blue. The Sith Lord fought with the desperation of a cornered beast. Furniture shattered. Statues exploded. The great window of the Chancellor's office cracked under the violence. But Anakin was not the boy Sidious had groomed. He was not the angry slave from Tatooine. He was not the broken Jedi begging for Padme's life. He was free, their blades locked, face to face. Sidious snarled through gritted teeth. If you kill me, she still dies. The Force has shown it. You cannot stop it. Anakin's eyes burned with cold, blue fire. Then I will face that pain as a Jedi. He shoved Sidious back. With one clean, perfect strike, guided by Qui-Gon, blessed by every Jedi who had ever fallen, Anakin's blade carved upward. The crimson saber dropped from a lifeless hand. Darth Sidious fell. Silence swallowed the chamber. Mace Windu stared, breathless. Smoke curled from the broken window. Coruscant glowed below, unaware that its puppet master had just died. Anakin lowered his blade. His hand shook. Then, far across the galaxy, on a quiet medical bay on Polis Massa, Padme Amidala's heart monitor flatlined. And Anakin Skywalker, savior of the Republic, felt the Force scream. The Sith Lord was dead. In the Chancellor's smoking office, Anakin Skywalker stood over the lifeless body of Darth Sidious. His chest heaved. His lightsaber hissed in his trembling hand. Mace Windu stepped forward slowly, almost in disbelief. "It's over," Windu whispered. But Anakin barely heard him. Across the galaxy, he had felt her go. Padme, his wife, his light, gone in the same heartbeat his enemy fell. The Force screamed inside him, a wound deeper than any blade could cut. Yet something else stirred. A signal had been moving through the holonet, a coded command prepared for years. Inhibitor chips inside every clone trooper had been waiting for one voice. Sidious's voice. The order was simple. 3 words. Execute Order 66. But Sidious never spoke them. On Felucia, Aayla Secura turned in surprise as Commander Bly lowered his blaster, confused. The order had begun to transmit, then died mid-signal. The clones blinked, shook their heads, and stood down. On Kashyyyk, Yoda felt a wave of darkness rise, and then collapse. His ears twitched, his eyes opened wide. "Felt that, did you?" he whispered to Chewbacca beside him. The Wookiee growled. Yoda nodded slowly. "Save we have been. On Utapau." Commander Cody hesitated, then holstered his weapon. Obi-Wan Kenobi rode past him on a Varictyl, never knowing how close death had come. Across the galaxy, from Megiddo to Silukami, from Cato Nemoidia to the Outer Rim, Jedi who should have died lived. Back on Coruscant, the Jedi Council gathered in stunned silence. Master Windu told them what he had seen. Anakin Skywalker, the Chosen One, had refused the dark side. He had struck down the Sith. He had ended the Shadow War in a single stroke. But Anakin did not celebrate. He sat alone in the empty council chamber, staring out at the city lights. His mechanical hand rested on his knee. His tears fell without sound. Yoda arrived first, returning swiftly from Kashyyyk. He climbed on his chair, ears low, eyes soft. "Lost much, you have," the old master said gently. "Saved much, you also have." "She's gone," Anakin whispered. "I killed him, and she still died." Yes. Painful, the truth is. Save her, the dark side could not. Lied Sidious did. Always. Anakin closed his eyes. Qui-Gon's voice returned, quiet as starlight. "Grief is the price of love, my Padawan. But love itself is never wasted." The Republic, meanwhile, trembled on the edge of collapse. With the Chancellor dead and the Separatist leaders still hiding on Mustafar, chaos threatened. But Bail Organa rose in the Senate. So did Mon Mothma, Padme's allies. They moved fast. Emergency powers were revoked. The Senate was restored. The clone army was placed under civilian command. And Obi-Wan Kenobi, alive, untouched by betrayal, landed on Coruscant within days. He found Anakin in the Jedi Temple gardens, kneeling beside a small fountain. 2 tiny bundles lay beside him, wrapped in soft cloth. A boy, a girl, Luke, Leia, Padme's last gift to the galaxy. Obi-Wan's eyes filled with tears. He placed a hand on Anakin's shoulder. "You did it, Anakin. You truly are the Chosen One." Anakin looked up. His face was older now, heavier, but his eyes were clear. "No, Master. We did it. And it isn't over." Because deep in the Outer Rim, on a world of black sand and red lightning, something stirred. A hooded figure stood before a wall of ancient Sith holocrons. Long red hair fell down her back. Twin sabers glowed at her hips. She had felt her master die. She had felt the galaxy slip from Sith hands, and she would not let it stand. Darth Maul's sister, Mother Talzin's chosen heir, smiled in the dark. "The Sith are not finished," she whispered. "They're only beginning again." Far away, on Coruscant, baby Luke opened his eyes for the very first time, and in the Force a new light was born. Bright, powerful, dangerous. The galaxy had been saved, but a new war had just been lit.